Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. What a wonderful day in the great state of Maryland. I am super excited to be here with you today on my Live at 5. And as you can see, I have a very special guest that flew in town today just for this event today at 5 o'clock. Oh, man. Again, my name is Anthony Stewart. I'm currently the president of one of the greatest companies in the world, American Classic Agency. We are 28 years old. We're located in Lanham, Maryland. We're expanding. Last night we had a phenomenal client appreciation night. We are the company that cares, and we are agents of change in helping families with income protection, debt elimination, and creating financial legacies. So hello there, Miss Tabitha Green. One of my favorites, Miss Tabitha Green. Shelly, how y'all doing? And I'm here with the top producer of 2023, LaVaysha Davis. And so I'm going to be asking her some questions and all that, and to get into it. Hello there, Miss Maria. So everybody's in the house today. It's a beautiful day in Maryland. It's just a beautiful day to be above ground. Hey, Felicia, what do you think about that, LaVaysha?
Absolutely. My feet touched the ground this morning, so I hit the lottery.
All right. People say, well, how's your day? The day is the greatest day of my life.
The greatest day.
Just to kind of give you a couple of announcements before we jump into the meat and potatoes here. March 23rd, the Women's Wellness and Wealth event at the Harborside Hotel in Oxon Hill, Maryland. If you are a female or you know of females, you need to get them to this event. I believe it starts at 9, until about 1 o'clock. Also, April the 6th, we're having our second annual Women of Excellence Day. Women only. And we're trying to empower our women. And for those of y'all that don't know, 65% of our sales force are women.
Yes.
I mean, you know what I mean? So, women have not just shattered their glass ceiling. I mean, they broke the whole roof as it relates to American Classic Agency and financial services. And then also April 20th in Atlanta, Georgia, for the first time in Georgia, we're doing another Women's Wellness and Wealth event. So we got a lot of good stuff going on here at American Classic. But let me introduce my guest. Hello, Alina Namwaya. LaVaysha Davis. LaVaysha has been with us now, going into only her 4th year of being in financial services. She is our top producer in 2023 with over $615,000 in production. I can't even remember what your face amount was. That was off the chart.
27 million.
Go ahead. What was it?
It was over 27 million.
27 million of future tax-free transferable wealth going back into the communities that we live and serve. That is amazing. That means that more people are going to be able to go to college and do these things that they want to do. So I just got some questions I just want to ask you, if that's okay.
That is all right, Mr. Stewart. You're the president.
All right. So you've been married for 15 years.
Yes.
To the same guy.
Yes. Let's be clear.
And you have 4 beautiful daughters.
I do.
I mean, how do you balance all of that? People want to know that.
The way I balance it is there's no balance at all. Like balance does not really exist. I just commingle my world. So there is no family and work separate. Everybody kind of is in one space. So I've been fortunate enough I can work from home, or if we do work from our office, but our children are more than welcome to be in that space. So they're in it. They're submerged in it with us. So we make sure we don't miss no dinners. We don't miss any games. We don't do anything like that. And we're just always present. But that comes with the sacrifice of knowing sometimes things may be missed, and that's the balance. The balance is communicating that everything's not always going to be perfect, but we got to get through this thing together, because who else is going to do it?
I know your children are very open. I know when we were at the kickoff in Florida, one of them told you, Mommy, you need to do this.
Yes. They are very opinionated. Have you ever gotten into an argument with yourself?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. Like when you talk to yourself, it's so crazy. But they are very opinionated, very outspoken. When we were at the kickoff, I made the mistake of not capturing moments. And my 12-year-old checked me on FaceTime. She was like, no, Mommy, we're going to have to go back and get that. You go back in there and you get that. That's what you would make us do. So they were very vocal about that. So, yes, Good. You have that correct.
So, being the top producer at American Classic Agency, the first time a different person in the last 7 years, and being the first female, What was your mindset going into 2023?
Going into 2023 was tough. You know, it was just a lot of transitioning that was taking place at that time. Also in 2023, March of 2023, I also got my Series 65 license. So in the beginning of that year, it was like I actually had to shut some time down. Like in order for me to study for that test.
Right.
So I was like,
right.
okay, so it was transition time, you know, studying for that test, pivoting from the pandemic, you know, adjusting to the virtual world. It was just a lot of systems and processes that had to be redefined and put into place. So going into 2023, production was not at the forefront of the mind. It was like structure was at the forefront of the mind. And thankfully, us pouring all of that energy into structure led to being top producer.
Oh, wow. Phenomenal. What would you say is a routine for you on a daily basis that kind of balance it all, keep all the structure? I mean, what do you do like first thing in the morning till you lay your head down at night? Because some people don't really know what to do when they get up in the morning.
No, see, and that is a great question. I had to create something, because if you have to create something. So the first thing that I do, honestly, my husband and I have our alone time in the morning. Because our children, like throughout the day, we work throughout the day, then they come home, so they kind of take over. So the first thing we do is we might watch a show. Like we get caught up on our shows, and that kind of puts us in a little 30-minute show, whatever it is, and we watch. That's our time together. After that, we pray together to get ready for the day, because we're praying for our children every day before they leave for school. So we always start off with prayer. The next thing I always do is kind of look at my calendar. I already know what's on my calendar for the day, but I have to put my mind in those places. So then I look at my calendar. I know what I'm doing. Then at 10 o'clock in the morning, every day I have a team meeting. So I meet with my team on those days to make sure we're all in alignment with what we have coming in the week, that day, things like that. Then I proceed with my meetings. I probably stop my meetings about 4 o'clock, between 4 and 5 o'clock. So that then I can, when my children come home and they bum rush me with everything they have to tell me about their day, then I have to hear about their day. I have to engage and go from adult to in the kids' world. From the kids' world back to the adult world when we get back to just settling down. And settling is very easy for me. It's just me sitting down. And that's settling down.
Okay. Oh man! So to be at the top now, you at the top of the chart now. I mean, you're the poster child now.
Yes.
Have any obstacles that came along the way in 2023 that you had to overcome to kind of keep your focus?
Oh yeah, if we can be vulnerable. 2023 was a tough year in terms of relationships when it comes to people. You know, I think I have a hard time grasping the fact that everybody can't go with you. And because I'm genuine and loyal by default, I just think everybody's going to be there to cheer me on. And in 2023, a lot of people that I thought was going to be there to cheer me on was not there. So that was probably the biggest obstacle, was losing people that I thought were going to be a part of this moment like this. And having to overcome that at the same time and still be able to serve clients with a great face. It was hard.
Good. Well, you know, they always say everybody can't go with you.
Yeah, I know. And I'm here to testify to that. No matter how you might think you could change the rules, but you can't.
Right. I know, LaVaysha, you're big on generational wealth and bridging the wealth gap. Is that something that's on your mind on a daily basis as you're out here serving clients?
On a daily basis. As I encounter this revolutionary generation, right, y'all? Because I call it, like, we're right there in the middle where we have just enough tradition and just enough technology, to the point where we have the values and the principles that we were raised with, but we also have more income than our parents may have had, or more opportunity or more access. So it's almost a state of confusion. So it's trying to navigate clients through this state of confusion is a little bit harder than anything else, I think, almost. So generational wealth is not going to be obtained easily. And getting them to understand, like I use a chess analogy a lot because I play chess, but those who play chess understand that there is no such thing as a one-move checkmate. There is a series of moves that have to be made strategically to set yourself up to hit checkmate. And what is checkmate? Checkmate is just financial resources, work is optional and not required, and families have something to center on when we hit hardships or devastating moments or anything like that. We don't have to go outside of our family to be able to solve these issues that we all face at some point in time in our lives. Mm-hmm. So getting them to understand that we got to make all of these small moves is really what generational wealth is about. And I hope that makes sense, because I know generational wealth is a trending topic right now, and it sounds like you could just do everything by just setting yourself up doing one move. It's not true.
Right. Okay. You know, in this field of financial services, you know, people think, well, you do that because you don't have anything else to do, or you couldn't find anything else to do. I mean, I just found out that you're a graduate of Ohio State, the Ohio State University Buckeyes, and I mean, coming, you know, how does that make you feel, being educated, and you chose this?
Yes.
You know, I mean, talk about that a little bit.
Well, I didn't choose it. It kind of chose me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad it did.
Yes, it did. It kind of chose me because my undergrad studies is actually in biology.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was destined to have an impact on people in some form or fashion. So I wanted to go to med school. But in my studies, I realized that I was a huge rebel. I've always been a rebel. I'll tell you that.
That's good. That's good.
I knew I was a rebel, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to make any money because I'm not going to write prescriptions. I don't believe in prescription medication. I like holistic approaches.
Okay.
So that combined with my husband's entrepreneur goals that were very big at the time. So I had to, in my support of him, I kind of bit off the entrepreneur bug as well. And we just kind of pursued that full time. But finance was a result of two things. One, in business, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't have the financial literacy to successfully grow a business. And it was hindering us. Like, I call it filet mignon to macaroni and cheese. Oh, there was a huge roller coaster all the time. And second, just because devastation had hit my family.
Right.
So as a result of those two experiences, that's how I got into financial services. And that's how I said it chose me. Because I just knew I needed to make an impact, but I did not know I was going to make an impact in this industry.
Wow. A huge impact. Now, you keep saying filet mignon to macaroni and cheese. How about just filet mignon, just bread and water? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. We talk about cup mac and cheese.
You know what I mean? Macaroni and cheese ain't bad, you know, but bread and water. You know, so talk about how you made it through the tough times and what really kept you going when times were tough.
The vision. I have been so fortunate to have a God-fearing husband that's led by God. So he was always very visionary. He always painted a very clear picture for me. Now, my thing was I couldn't quite see the path to the picture. Like that was where I came in at. And this is all I like to tell the story all the time, because as young entrepreneurs not knowing what we were doing, we went from pillow to post a lot with our family. Like, we would have our own place one minute and we on somebody's couch the next.
Right.
So even from the couch, my husband would tell me, like, we're not always going to live like this. We're going to have A, B, C, X, Y. Let me be clear, because this is what he told me. Like, we're going to have a home here. We're going to live in the sky. We're going to do this. We're going to have multiple businesses. And that's exactly the life that we lead today. But he told me that 14 years ago while we was on a couch and didn't have two nickels to rub together.
Wow.
So the vision. So in hard times, you have to keep the vision at the forefront, because life is going to keep moving all the way around you no matter what. But you have to stay centered, 10 toes down to the vision. And it's what's going to keep you focused.
She talking about nickels to rub together. How about pennies to rub together?
Listen, I'm trying to find the silver lining here, Mr. Stewart.
Right. Let me ask you a question. If someone's 57 years old, and they ask the question, is it realistic to really create generational wealth? What would you say to them?
Absolutely. There it is.
Okay.
Most people don't realize that life insurance is the number one tool to create generational wealth.
That's
It
right.
is the only tool that you can accumulate, access, and transfer money tax-free. So even at 57 years old, now you're wise enough to know that every dollar counts.
That's right.
You know, my grandmother used to say, the youth is wasted on the young. Like, you guys don't know what to do with all that energy. But now at 57, you know exactly what to do. So when you're told, hey, if you take this next step, you're probably most likely to go forward with it and set it up because you have the wisdom and the maturity to do so.
So buying dollars with pennies. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the only vehicle where you could do that. The only vehicle that is going to do exactly what it intends to do, whether you're here or not.
Absolutely.
You know, and life insurance.
I call it the little money tree. Like when you're contributing to it, you're just watering your money tree.
That's right. That's right. So, in addition to a husband and 4 children, what motivates you to just keep that tunnel vision focused? I mean, you're a young woman. I mean, all this stuff going at you, just keeping that tunnel vision.
So I've recently learned that when God speaks to you, it won't go away. It doesn't let up. And He has given me an objective, a goal, a vision, a dream that won't leave. I can't sleep at night. I do sleep at night. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just saying that I dream about it. I see it throughout the day. I feel it. I breathe it. So what keeps me motivated is I have a divine purpose. Like, I'm here for a reason, and I know what that reason is. Like, everybody's not fortunate enough to find out their reason. So knowing my reason and knowing my purpose, that I was put here to have this type of impact on millions of people. So I got to get up and do it every day, because I'm not going to be able to do it overnight. I have to lay a brick every single day to reach what it is that God has designed for me to do. So every day I got to get up and lay that brick, whether I feel like it or not. It's not about how I feel. It's about who can I serve and who's going to stand on this brick the next day.
Okay. Wow, that's so powerful. I mean, you laying it out there, LaVaysha Davis.
I'm just here to just tell y'all my truth. That's all I got.
Well. That's all our questions I had for LaVaysha today, and I'm glad she didn't find, as they say at church, she didn't find it robbery to get on the plane and come down to Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and come by the national headquarters today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing some phenomenal things at American Classic Agency. Last question for LaVaysha. If someone is looking to say, you know what, I don't know I think I want to be an entrepreneur. What has kept you at American Classic? I know everybody in the world's after you now. Well, they were after you before this year. But what kind of keeps you here at ACA?
The culture, the community. It feels so much like family. A member of ACA, Linnea Perkins, is from the same city that I'm from. And when I first started in financial services, I had no idea I was going to go into insurance, but I was seeking knowledge. So thank God for Linnea for putting this event on in Cincinnati, Ohio in September of 2019, because it was that event it was hosted American Classic Agency that transcended me into life insurance. And without that moment, that's what I'm saying, that's how I know my purpose is. Linnea's, who knew that Linnea was going to be the one to help me find my purpose? Who knows that those type of things are going to happen? So what keeps me so close to American Classic Agency is that familiar, that family feel, the community feel, the culture, the collectiveness, the friendships that we form, the resources that we help each other with, the way we kind of aid and assist. If I don't know something, there's somebody in our American Classic organization that does. That is what keeps me right here, 10 toes down again.
All right. 10 toes down again. I learned a new saying today.
Yeah,
I'm going to be using that.
Now, we got to teach Mr. Stewart. He don't know about the comments, y'all. So we're going to have to look at this. See what they saying, Mr. Stewart. Let's see. Yes, look, they know it's not too late. 57 is not too late at all.
That's right.
I'm showing Mr. Stewart, y'all. He don't know that y'all talking to him.
I'm open. I learn from everybody.
Yes. Everybody's saying hello and comment. Okay, good stuff. We just want to make sure we're not leaving nothing out for the people in there.
That's right. Well, again, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. And let's spread the word about American Classic Agency, located at 7375 Executive Place, Suite 300 in Lanham, Maryland. So let's get the word out, and we are the company that cares. See you all next Tuesday, same time, same place. Have a great day.
Where we going, ACA?
To the top.
To the top. That's right.
I'm catching on.